Introducing the Double Dip from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Tender Texas brisket topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our Pitmaster au jus. Plus, try our new Double Berry Cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Dig in for just $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott & White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor Scott & White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor Scott & White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor Scott & White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor Scott & White Health, changing cancer care for life.
Morning, Yelly.
Hey, Dr. Adams.
Well, you already beat cancer.
I did.
You've beaten the odds again.
I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
I'm pregnant.
Everything's looking really good.
It's only getting better.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich.
You asked for it, and it's back.
We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy, and then it's spicy, and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor. It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly.
My goodness.
I can see myself getting this every time I come here.
The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back.
Available by dine-in, drive-through, curbside, and delivery.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon's Mr. Cordet Cardinal Gym for tonight. It's big boy basketball as Region 14 Conference Bass action begins with the Cardinals taking on the Blinn College Buccaneers. The Cardinals coming to tonight's contest with a 7-3 mark, and Blinn is 5-4. I'm Benny Rogers, Sports Information Officer at the college. I'm joined as always by my buddy Tim Howard, who will call the game tonight. And Tim, I called it big boy basketball when the Region 14 starting, that's exactly what it is.
It is. You get a chance to see some of those big bodies warming up, getting ready to go. Both teams coming in here ready to jump start Region 14 basketball, and it's going to be for real starting tonight.
As I was looking at breaking down the numbers for these two teams, the Cardinals are averaging 85.1 points a game. Blinn is averaging 81.3. Defensively, the Cardinals are allowing 67.1, and Blinn is allowing 70.8. So very similar seasons going on here, and the records aren't that uncommon.
Yeah, and both these teams really want to kind of establish themselves and get some positive energy going into this first conference game here of 2022-23 season.
The Cardinals are coming off a overtime win on the road Saturday against a good Grayson team, 59-56. The second time they had played Grayson, beating Grayson earlier in the season at Cardinal Gym, 64-46. So those are two of the quality wins that the Cardinals have to their record so far.
Yeah, indeed, and they're 4 of 5 on their last 5 attempts, and as you've already mentioned, 7-3 on the season. But yeah, quality win for sure.
Cardinals are hitting 54% of their shots from the floor, but here's the troubling mark. They're only hitting 55.7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not a misprint. In fact, I already told you, Coach Burr shared with me a little joke. He said, Tim Howard, you've been out showing a little free throw help again, huh? You've been helping with the free throws. And said it dead face, but that has been a concern. They're working on it and trying to just get comfortable at the free throw line.
But the field goal percentage is very high, 54%. You'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sundays, they say.
Absolutely, and that tells you a lot of, they're getting some good looks at the basket inside and some strong outside shooting as well.
Well, they are, but here's the interesting thing I found as I was breaking down the Cardinal numbers. They don't have the big three-point numbers that they typically have this year. I mean, MJ Leslie's the team leader with just 25, and that's 10 games in. That's very uncommon for Cardinal teams. So it shows you that they are getting to the hoop this year.
They are definitely being persistent, pounding it, getting down low, making that high percentage shot. It's paying off for them.
We're glad you joined us here on the Cardinal Sports Network. We will pass along a score from earlier this afternoon down in Monroe, Louisiana. The number 1 ranked Lady Cardinals went to 10-0 on the season, defeating the number 6 Jones, Mississippi squad 87-71. So a nice win for Precious Ivy and her squad who are coming off of a 76-65 win over number 2 Northwest Florida State here in the Butke-Cerna on Saturday. So that's a pretty good work in about 3 days' time.
Yeah, you'll take 87-61.
71, I'm sorry. I wrote down 61, but it's 71.
I mean, still 16-point lead is a nice win, and especially at this point, they've got so many high expectations every year, but when you come out and, like you said, coming off of the Butke-Cerna Invitational, it's a good way to keep that engine cranking.
Absolutely. But we're talking Cardinal basketball tonight, and the Cardinals are led in scoring this year thus far on the season by a 6'7" freshman out of Dallas, Texas, Micah Clark, that I've been very impressed with. He's averaging 14.9 points a game and 7 rebounds a game, and he has just been so solid. And we were talking about attacking the goal. That young man knows how to attack the goal, Tim, as I know, because you've seen the Cardinals play a couple of times this year already yourself.
Yeah, he's fun to watch and uses that big body and he makes his presence known. Let's put it that way.
We got a couple of basketball coaching legends in the house tonight. Tim Howard notwithstanding. We have Leon Spencer, from whom the court's named, with 809 wins. And we've got Scott Schumacher, the coach at Blinn College, who's got over 600 wins. So there's quite a few wins in the building tonight.
I'd love to just sit down and peek, to tweak the conversation with those folks, because they've got some stories to tell.
Oh, no, they do. Scott Schumacher's in his 11th year at Blinn College, having coached at Paris and Kilgore in his 32 previous years. He owns a 616, 377 coaching record. Mark Leslie's in his 11th year at the college, third as head coach, and he is 43-23 coming into tonight's contest.
So this one's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be.
These teams wanting to establish themselves, wanting to really set the tone for this early season going here. So
well, to harp with our theme, I guess, it's just big boy basketball.
I like that. Big boy basketball going on here in Athens, and glad to have you joining us on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Getting our fist bumps from the officials as they come by the table. Of course, they can't start the game without fist bumping us.
Yeah, it's always
put one us one beside of Tim's jaw, though.
He looked like he was very direct coming.
We're about to turn it over to Joe Ellerson, who's going to be the public address announcer tonight here at the college, and we'll turn it over to Joe for the introduction of the national anthem and the starting lineups here on the Cardinal Sports Network on this Wednesday evening here in Athens, Texas, on a cool day when the temperature stayed in the 50s most of the day, after being in the 80s yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say 30 degree difference by the time it was. Fortunately, we're playing indoors.
Thank God.
Here's Joe Ellerson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for tonight's Region 14 Conference opener between the Blinn Buccaneers and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. Before we introduce you to the starters for tonight's game, would everyone please stand? Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now to introduce the starters. The Blinn Buccaneers, coming in with a record of 5-4 overall, start a sophomore guard, 6 foot from Houston, Texas, number 0, Bakari Lestrap.
Lestrap is averaging 10.6 points a game.
A 6'1 sophomore guard from Houston, Texas, number 1, Elijah Elliott.
Elliott's averaging 13.3 points a game, and he's his 13 three-pointers.
A 6'3 sophomore guard from Cypress, Texas, number 5, Damian Watson. A 6'10 sophomore forward from Minsk, Belarus, number 11, Alex Sinkovich. And a 6'2 sophomore guard from Lancaster, Texas, number 22, Marco Foster.
Foster's the team leader with a 14.8 average, and he's a team leading 22 three-pointers.
And Jermel Frazier.
Being coached by Scott Schumacher in his 11th year, 33rd year overall in the coaching profession.
From Dallas, Texas, a 6'7 freshman, number 1, Micah Clark.
Clark's averaging 14.9 points and 7.0 rebounds.
Sophomore from Louisville, Texas, number 2, KJ Pruitt.
KJ's averaging 6.3 assists a game.
6'4 sophomore from Little Elm, Texas, number 4, MJ Leslie.
MJ is averaging 8.7 points, 4.8 assists, and he's hit 25 three-pointers.
Number 12, Najee Jones. And a 6'7 sophomore from Dallas, Texas, number 23, Quavion Adger.
Adger's averaging 12.7 points and 7.1 rebounds. The Cardinals are coached by Mark Leslie. He's 11th year overall at the college. His 3rd year as head coach. He's been a part of 6 Cardinal squads that have made it to the national tournament. In 10 previous years, Tim, that's a pretty good batting percentage.
He'll take that anytime. So about set to go here on this Wednesday night, first game of Region 14 action.
We are Trinity Valley 7-3, Blinn 5-4, and with the call of the game, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. let's get to it here. Leon Spencer Court in Athens, home of Trinity Valley, and getting center circle for the Cardinals, going to be ready to jump, number 23, Kavion Edger. Edger with that left knee braced up tonight, a little pad on it there. Don't know if that's for a little show or if that's to cushion. For me, everything is about cushioning these days. We're ready to go, man.
I noticed that pillow you're sitting on there.
Here's the tip. It's going to be controlled by Blinn. They'll bring it up the floor.
He tapped that on the way up.
Yeah, he did. Never got to the high point. Pounding it down low, working, got steps.
Oh, yeah, definitely took steps.
That was a good job from Clark there, who really let him take it. Just kind of bounced off him before he could establish that low post.
It will be interesting to see what aspect the Cardinals attack from tonight, Tim, because we've mentioned they've been attacking the goal in most of the games this year, not relying on the outside shooting like we've seen in recent years.
See how they set up here, getting the pick up top, swinging it. Leslie gets a pick. Pulls back off of that three.
Here, Mark Leslie, coaching the Cardinals.
Najee back across to Pruitt, or excuse me, Clark. Clark for three.
And then the young man I said he's been attacking the goal, he takes a three-pointer.
Oh, we need to talk more about the three factor and see if we can improve that. Maybe an offensive foul here.
Back-to-back turnovers now for Blinn. That's a good sign by the Cardinal defense is really in tune to start this contest.
Elijah Elliott out of Houston Yates whistled for the foul.
Good start defensively for the Cardinals thus far.
Leslie will bring it up the floor. MJ setting up to go left. Thought about a three. Najee working it around. Good to see him able to come back. He missed a couple of games early on in this start to the season.
Had a strong freshman season for the Cardinals last year.
Three on the way, just missing there. Tap back is controlled by the Cardinals. Pruitt off the glass, count the basket. Sorry, that's Clark, Micah Clark. Clark is 2 for 3 in the early going.
And that's what we've seen him do a lot this year already at this point, is attack the goal like that.
Almost knocked away, and eventually is. It's Leslie with the steal. Najee back to MJ. MJ for a three, rolls off the top.
Well, that would have been a dream start for the Cardinals if they had gotten that three-pointer to fall.
Down low. Working around the perimeter now. Cardinals, you're right, have been very tenacious with that defense in the early going here. There we are again on point. Fight for the loose ball and controlled by Blinn.
The Cardinals have already produced 3 turnovers on Blinn's behalf.
Yeah, KJ almost tore into that one. Could not track it down. KJ Pruitt showing the hustle out of Louisville, Texas.
I think we're going to have a discussion about the shot clock.
Stop of play. The wardrobe malfunction, not.
I got nothing.
Three from the right wing, rattles home, and it's a 5-3 ball game.
The Strap hits his three-pointer. That's his 12th on the season.
Boy, it's a timely one there because very quickly could have been 8-0, but a turnabout on the miss and the return the other end makes a 2-point game and knocked away there.
Yeah, Clark turned it over, tried to do a little bit too much that time on the attack. And just like that, we're tied, Tim.
Tied up.
It's big boy basketball, folks.
Yeah, Lestrap attacking the basket there. Adger coming back, can't get to go. And a fight for the loose ball controlled by Lestrap.
Yeah, Clark tried to slam it home off the rebound.
Oh, boy. Blocking foul there. Tied up 5 apiece here with 17:02 to go here in the opening half. Cardinals and Blinn going at it. Oh, nicely done. Taken away with Pruitt there on the entrance. Was anticipating that foul.
And he showed a lot of great body control there on that drive. He just couldn't get the shot to fall, but he's going to go to the free throw line for a chance at 2.
Yeah, he was measuring those steps out really well, and man, fell awkwardly going to the free throw line now here, trying to break open the tie.
But I think we can establish that KJ and Najee bought their shoes from the same salesperson.
Perhaps it's a 2-for-1. Yeah, that's a definite show you you're going to be able to spot. No problem. 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good news after we're talking about some of the team challenges. Knocked away. Cards will pick it up and run.
That's 6 turnovers now for Blinn.
Ball knocked away, and Kavion protects himself hanging on the rim there. No technical. I think it's still Cardinal basketball. They maintain possession.
Right. Pretty decent crowd here tonight on this Wednesday night. A lot of folks might have stayed home because it's just a little bit chilly out there tonight. Some of our older fans have stayed home. I know I can speak for everyone on campus. We're about ready for the holiday break, though.
It does look very festive out there, too. You might take a little stroll through the campus. There's a 3 on the way, won't go.
Of course, the Cardinal football team's getting ready to head out Friday morning for Iowa to play in the Game 1 Bowl. Game 1 Bowl.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Pope.
Iowa Central.
And his squad getting the bid.
Playing Sunday at noon.
Thought about a 3, then comes inside. So that first 4 minutes here of this first half, it's neck and neck. Shot over the top. Long rebound controlled by Clark.
Not a scoring fest that we thought maybe we would see with both teams averaging over 80 points a game coming in.
That just kind of back and forth.
It's a blue-collar type game so far. It's not really
great
flashy.
description. Yeah, blue-collar is a great description of it because it's big boy basketball.
we may overdo that tonight, but it's not bad if it is.
I like that tone, though, because everything, that's out of bounds of the Cardinals there. They, when you stop and think about Region 14 and so many of the
every night's a grind.
Yeah, so many fun battles through the years, and this one will be no exception. I think it'll be by the night's end.
You get those occasional blowouts along the way, but boy, most nights you have to earn what you get in Region 14. Especially on the road, you've got to earn everything you get.
That's what I was about to say. One thing the Cardinals will definitely want to do tonight is protect that home court. You'll turn around and be in Brenham here in a few weeks, so get the dubs at home. Good pass, entry level, and they finish down low.
We're tied again for the second time in the contest.
Approaching 15 minutes left here in the first half. Cardinals working the right side. Little communication about who's going in the middle and what they want to do, when they want to do it.
Cardinals will be on the road Saturday going to Lufkin to play Angelina at a 4 p.m. start. Always a tough place to play in Lufkin.
Drive inside, spin move. Partially blocked. Najee got his own rebound, but the shot clock expires. So at the 14:37 mark, we have our first timeout here of the contest. We're going to step away. The Cardinals tied up with Blinn here on the Cardinals Sports Network. 14:37 to go here in the first half. It's 7 apiece. I'm Tim Howard along with Benny Rogers. Benny, talk about the start.
I think we may have stepped away and been the only person that stepped away.
Well, we did
It
get
just
to
occurred
catch.
to me Branson's not here.
Well, we did get to see the Cardettes perform and do some of their amazing work. Speaking of amazing work, what do you anticipate as far as the rest of the way here?
Well,
Adjustments.
Both teams are working hard and playing very good defense, but we've seen the Blinn turn it over 6 times already, and yet the Cardinals have battled. It's just a 7-7 game. That just shows you how hard both teams are working defensively.
Very much a grinder here as the Cards are back on defense. Baseline drive. Nothing easy down low for sure. They are making them work. The launch from 3. That is an air ball. It is taken by Franklin.
Franklin, the 6'9" freshman out of Forney, Texas.
So he gets his first board of the night. See if they can convert that into points here as they've got 10 on the shot clock. As the screen goes inside. Nice pass going up. Kiss it off the glass.
Very nice job by Sawyer of reading where Adger was.
Yeah, great anticipation. He just led him right there. Gets the assist. MJ fighting around the screen and affects the shot. Rebound, Najee.
We've seen with Mark Leslie go a couple of players into his bench thus far, and he's got a very deep bench this year because if you look at the Cardinals scoring averages, there's not really 2 or 3 players in double digits like there normally are. But there's a lot of players between 8 and 6 points, 8 and 5 points averaging on the season. That just shows you the depth the Cardinals have.
That's a good point as they have really been working a lot on that whistle there, and that's going to be an extra step.
Shuffle his feet.
Going back to your point, they have had a lot of opportunities to kind of find that rotation, that rhythm, and we're still tinkering with it probably over the next few weeks to see exactly what's going to happen, but he'll be able to pull deep into that bench.
Yeah, I was just looking to see the Cardinals, before they break for the holidays, they've got tonight against Blinn, at Angelina, Coastal Bend, and at Victoria. So it's a schedule that's conducive to getting off to a good start without being any disrespectful to any teams. I think you'd say that tonight's game and the game in Saturday in Lufkin are probably the toughest 2 of the remaining games left on the first half of the schedule.
I think you're exactly right there. And so if you can pull those off, you're setting yourself up well to finish out the first portion of this. Well, here's Leslie for 3. Couldn't go, but a tap back. Oh, good hustle there. And Leslie eventually, well, the Cards are going to pick it up.
Bodies all over the floor.
And that'll be a tie-up. Tyler Johnson got on the floor. MJ Leslie, their bodies flying everywhere. Benny, for a moment, I thought we had found ourselves ringside at a WWE event. They're flying left and right.
Well, for me, it'd be World Class Championship Wrestling featuring Von Erichs.
There you go. There you go.
That's a reference that about half our audience will not even know about.
I'm so sorry that I knew that reference. It just shows our age. But the Cards back in possession here. Next arrow will go Blinn's way. Good drive, goes up, gets the layup. Good job from Johnson, or excuse me, Sawyer. Secure going.
Sawyer, made a great power move from the wing.
Saw it was there and didn't hesitate. That's the thing.
And Sawyer's one of those players that are averaging in double digits, Tim. He's scoring at 10.6 a game.
Good job from the Cards on the closeout there. Sawyer in on that. And
you see another player who's been rotated in, Makai Dorsey.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch. I've noticed Dorsey's.
He can run the offense for the Cardinals in Leslie's absence.
Really a quick young man, that quick speed. There it was on display there, that little crossover. Baseline shot on the way, won't go. That's one that Devin would like to have back.
No doubt. Chance for Blinn to tie or take the lead here on this trip. They have not led yet.
That's good defense.
I think it's 7 turnovers now for Blinn. Those are going to add up and not in a good way.
Hilliard was contesting that was off a Cardinal, but that did not go his way. He gets the turnover out of bounds, and like you said, just good tenacious.
So important to get off to a good start in conference play, especially when you open at home. You just have to get that one in the W column some way, somehow. Style points don't matter.
For sure, for sure. That one will not get any style points for you. And no points on the board. Gets a rebound. The fast break. Bouncing around. Finally controlled by Blinn. Sawyer's a machine, man. He's attacking nonstop.
He's working hard.
Good defense. They close it out, get the rebound.
Pitchers are letting them play.
Sawyer's shot won't go.
They are letting them play.
Yeah, you were exactly right there. Both teams giving some extracurricular. I like a game like that. You know, I mean, steps there.
I think it's like 8 turnovers for Blinn. At what point will they keep? They're living on the edge, Tim. They're living on the edge.
Yeah, they are, and they're about to hear about it, I think.
Scott Schumacher's about to remind him how close the edge is.
The edge is not where we want to be.
Some more lights came on.
We're going to step away and go to a timeout here with 9:52 to go. It's 11-9 TVCC over Blinn on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Cardinal Sports Network from Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. It's TVCC on top of Blinn here. It's the opening night for Region 14. Benny.
It's a grinder so far, Tim.
Yeah,
it's just both teams are working extremely hard on defense. It's been really, really fun to watch both teams play the defensive effort and intensity they're both portraying right now.
That's exactly right, because, I mean, you look up, we're halfway through the first half here, but we'll see how, you know, both teams are capable of getting hot in a hurry, not on that trip.
Neither team's shooting well, and Blinn's just having trouble with turnovers like crazy. They turned it over 8 times by my count.
And I think they were reminded of it in that timeout, just catching a little bit of the off mic. But that'll count.
Got the kind roll.
That's the I'm living right roll. Got the bounce and the go straight up and fall through.
And that's Blinn's first lead of the contest, Tim.
12-11 with a 9-11 to go in the first half. Cardinals trying to get some offense rolling here.
And sometimes it just takes the one bucket to get you going. Get both teams going for that matter.
Hanging, shooting, and scoring. Adger with the basket. And a foul coming here. Technical foul. I believe we got a tech coming here.
Flopping.
Technical foul here on Gilliard. So the free throw is going to be good for Najee Jones.
I think that's the first flopping technical foul I've seen called.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see.
They could have called one on you a while ago when you flopped all over the place over here.
Well, you know, I'm an artist that has to take it seriously.
What the heck goes on during those timeouts?
2-point lead for the Cardinals here. Knocked away, and they'll track it back. But great hustle that time from Adger. Cards are definitely working on the defensive side of the ball. And
well, they absolutely are, Tim. They are working tremendously on the defensive end.
Thought they were going to have control of that, but the Blinn's going to have possession when it's all said and done. Out there, but Lestrap gets his own rebound, hangs, shoots, and scores.
Nice job by Lestrap.
Yeah, he went strong with that left hand into traffic. So here comes the Cardinals. Dorsey and Jones trying to get something going. Tyler will work it around.
What a nice job the officials are doing too, Tim. I probably just jinxed us. They're just letting the kids play. They're both playing hard, and they're rewarding them by letting them play.
That's a good point there as the Cardinals get the offensive rebound and connect for two.
We hear from Tyler Johnson of Brownsboro, Texas.
Yeah, it's great to see him getting minutes and making the most of those.
Averaging 7.3 scoring coming in.
Stolen away. Here comes Blinn. Wow, knocked away.
Another Blinn turnover.
Quickly down the floor. Here comes Dorsey. Shot up and good for Mackie Dorsey.
Feel momentum kind of switching now, Tim.
Yeah, and if you can string a couple of more of those together, you start really feeling good about yourself here.
I shouldn't say switching, maybe finally picking sides.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Blocked underneath from Franklin. Got just a little bit of that one. Got another arm on it. Good miss. Here come the Cardinals going up with the left hand and count the basket for Mackie Dorsey.
4 points now for Dorsey. Cardinal leader is Clark with 5. Both early, the first 5 points of the contest for the Cardinals. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Whistle, and I do believe they're going to get Tyler Johnson here.
They are.
Tyler with a block underneath, so that'll be his first foul of the night. Edger will take a seat.
Cardinals have 7 players who've scored, Tim. 7.
That's great efficiency when you think about it. They've, I believe, only had 8 players into the ball game so far. So there's a almost anticipated that, but got him with steps.
Double-digit turnovers now for Blinn.
I know you're early on in the season, but you've got to feel very frustrated on that Blinn sideline right now. Just, you can see it all over his face. 6:41 to go here. It's a 20-14 lead for the Cardinals. What are you seeing right now as you look over the stats?
The score is very reflective of the defense we're seeing played because both teams are having to work for anything they've gotten. In some ways, you can look at it, the Cardinals have gotten at least 10 turnovers and only have 20 points. You would hope that you'd have more than that. We haven't seen the Cardinals shoot as well as we've seen them shoot at most games this season.
Yeah.
But that has a lot to do with what the defensive Blinn is playing as well.
That's well put. As you think about it, I mean, pendulum swinging both ways here. But I think Coach Leslie is reminding his squad, hey, let's just play 94 feet and go toe-to-toe, up and down. And good things are happening off of those turnovers eventually. So here they will try to build on it. They got that 6-point advantage with 6:41 to go.
Good to have you with us here on the Cardinal Sports Network in our 15th season of Cardinal basketball.
So with Najee bringing it over the right side, let's see if they set up Clark with a screen here. Double screens up top coming. Najee now going to drive to the basket. Can't get it to fall. And a couple of Cards had a chance at it, and it went off of them. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Tyler and Najee both were fighting over the same ball. Same color jerseys there, fellas.
The whistle there with a foul coming on Mackie Dorsey.
Was that a fan that said that?
I think it was Coach
Schumacher.
I think he was.
You can't do that.
Was not very happy. And then the reply, I know, Coach. So it was. We do have good crowd courtside mics, I'll tell you that. 2014 here, Cards trying to sustain that defense. They've been very, very efficient, but that time they broke through and get 2.
Well, Lestrap has a very nice looking shot.
He's due for sure. He's got 9 in the game here, so good outpouring for him to start. But
Blinn's got to feel good where they're at.
They have to.
Because see, the Cardinals turn it over there. Getting the steal was number 5, Damian Watson.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, there's a quick basket there. Blinn has had over 10 turnovers here in the early going, and they're just down 2 points. So Cardinals trying to get things rolling offensively here with 5:20 to go in the first half. Leslie and Adger will check in at the next stoppage of play. Najee with the ball. Devin Franklin about to set a screen. Double screen up top. 3 on the clock. From the corner, shot won't go. And
had to force that one up.
Yeah, it was no one underneath at all for the rebound. Here comes the rebound. It will be Clark. Clark taking it all the way down the floor. A little bit out of sorts right now. See if they can set up offense. They've still got 20 on the clock here, so they've got plenty of time.
Yeah, I don't think halftime can come soon enough for both coaches to get these teams in the locker room, kind of get them reset and recharged a little bit. I mean, they're playing hard. It's just not very good or pretty at sometimes.
Nothing to show for the effort there. A couple of shots at it. Pushing all the way to the glass, going up strong, count the basket. And one opportunity coming here for number 1, Elijah Elliott. Wholesale substitutions when we come back here. So with 4:19 to go here, it's all tied up at 20 apiece. We'll step aside. More after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Schlotzsky's new Supreme 4-cheese white and meaty pizzas come covered in the finest toppings. But underneath lies a made-from-scratch crust so good, you could go toppingless. We still recommend one of these. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
20-20 here with 4:19 to go in the first half. It's TVCC and Blinn on opening night of Region 14.
Very physical contest, Tim.
Yeah, and they missed an opportunity there on that three-point play, and then the Cardinals missed an opportunity. I turned it over on the baseline. The
kind of sums up the first half right there, just a little bit.
In a nutshell, it does. Yeah, very physical.
Don't get me wrong. Both teams are giving great effort defensively, I felt, tonight, but it just hasn't been very pretty on the offensive end. And a lot of it has to do with how the defense is being played.
Yeah, it makes it tough, doesn't it? The D, we talk about that, tenacious, aggressive, in-your-face D, and it shows because there's not a lot of points being scored. Blinn picked up a bucket there off of that turnover by the Cards, so up 2.
I think it's Blinn's biggest lead, too, I believe.
Yeah, neither team's really gotten away too far in advance. Cards up by 6 at one point. There's an opportunity here for them to build on that lead.
Step back jumper. Oh,
baseline,
beautiful,
nice.
Beautiful.
Well executed by Marco Foster out of Lancaster, Texas.
Well, that was very impressive there. Blinn up 4. Cardinals got to be careful here in this final 3:27.
Yeah, they really do. You want to. We talk about closing out the halves and starting games are always so vital, and in a very important spot in the contest right now. Leslie with 4 on the clock shoots the long jumper, won't go. Tap back, fought for, but controlled by Blinn.
Cisse did a nice job of trying to keep the rebound alive for the Cardinals in the contest for the first time, wearing number 14.
Good strong move to the glass. Boy, that pulled a foul late there. Yeah, Cisse coming on 6-7.
Foul called on Franklin.
Franklin picking up his first foul of the night.
Chance for Blinn to extend that 4-point lead. Definitely has not been a game of runs tonight like we normally see in Region 14.
No, and Damian missed that one, so still within 4 of the Cards.
And Blinn came in shooting from the free throw line that's 65%, you could say.
Yeah, so
Cardinals, by contrast, 55%.
Oh, my goodness. There's 1 of 2 there. It's a 5-point ball game here. getting to see a full court press for the first time tonight, and a foul called on Watson.
Yeah, that's one of those cases where Watson had him perfectly defended. There was no need for the foul. I think he was going to get a turnover or going to get a trap anyway.
And Cardinals will not be frustrated about that, though. That helped him a big way, didn't it? Because you're right, he had him in the right spot.
Had him in the right spot. Micah Clark checking back into the contest. Got to get him going this final 2:53. Got up to that 5-0 start scoring-wise, and then we've heard nothing from him since then.
Yeah, they've got to find an answer.
And he's not in foul trouble, has 0 fouls, so just Mark Leslie didn't feel like he was getting out of him what he needed, I'm sure.
See if the Cardinals can...
One of my favorite players on the Cardinals this year, by the way.
Well, they are working that trap in the corner. They get a steal there. Shot won't go.
Ooh, they're letting them play tonight.
Boy, they are. They are letting them bang down low. Going strong. Shot won't go. But fouled in the process. So Micah Clark going to the free throw line.
That's what he does best, is attack like that. Now, he didn't finish the job, and you got to be able to finish like that.
So Micah stepping at the free throw line here.
Micah's averaging 14.9 a game, and he's got 5 in this one, so he can get half his average if he hits both these free throws. It's the first to fall.
Got it to go. See if we can knock this one down.
Cardinal leader with 6 points.
Gets them both. Those are big. Down one tray here.
The Cardinals are going to win this tonight. Micah Clark is going to have a heavy role in it, I promise you.
Yeah, he has been one of those as the Cardinals go kind of players. 3 on the way. Oh. Touched every part of the backboard and the glass.
Got 2 bounces out of that.
Oh. It's a big one. So back up to a 6-point advantage. MJ gets a double screen. Works it around to Naj. Or excuse me, that is KJ. 3 from the corner, rattles out.
It was halfway down.
Boy, that was trying to climb its way. That was trying to go down on the board, and it climbed out. Minute 50 to go here in the first half. Blinn trying to add to a 6-point lead. Crossover in the paint, goes up and finishes.
Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, Elijah Elliott, nicely done.
Oh, so nice.
Got the head fake and then went with the reverse off the glass.
He's got 7 in the contest, came in averaging 13.3 a game. Just like that, it's an 8-point Blinn lead, Tim.
Oh, my goodness. There's just no offense happening right now. It's tough night. Woo, driving strong to the basket.
Blinn's starting to put a little flash to this game that has had no flash thus far.
Yeah, final 60 seconds here, and you're down 10. See if the Cardinals can manufacture one here.
You got to pull themselves up by the bootstraps here. Here the Cardinal cheerleaders trying to get the Cardinals into this contest.
Leslie. Shot with 3 left, won't go. Adger had a chance at it, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Davion Adger. That was a big basket there.
Nice job of Q of staying with it.
So under 25 seconds to go.
Blinn will play for 1 shot here. Take an 8-point lead. The very worst, take an 8-point lead into the half.
Well,
this is amazing considering the amount of turnovers we saw Blinn have in the first half of this first half.
Absolutely. Man, they did not protect the ball well. Where was the foul? Was way out front. Is that on the floor? Or? Fouls on number 23, Kavion Adger.
Well, there's no doubt the Cardinals are going to go into the halftime locker room with their daubers down a little bit here, Tim.
Yeah, that's for sure here as they look up, trailing by 10. Chance to make it 11. They do have 4.4, so see if they can get a good look here.
Look, we're going to try to get off a 3 here before the buzzer.
2 seconds. Measure shot. Oh, won't go. He almost measured that up. So with a 11-point deficit, the Cardinals are going into the half here and not looking so great offensively. Any thoughts here before we go to break?
Well, I thought Blinn is kind of like Blinn wore the Cardinals down to a degree, and then added the flash to the game. And then they had you saw the Cardinals being flat-footed defensively there. That was the last couple of minutes of the first half, I felt like.
So the Carnettes are coming on the floor here. Maybe we get a chance to see them perform, and then we'll step away officially here.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott, and White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor, Scott, and White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor, Scott, and White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor, Scott, and White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor, Scott, and White Health, changing cancer care for life.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact, it's closer and more convenient than you might think. Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students. TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
The end of the day is when the magic begins, smoking the finest quality meats, low and slow. Now we bring the Q to you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit delivers wherever you are. That's right. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
Why don't you new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are just the right amount of spicy. A small to medium Sprite kind of spicy. Let's get a McFlurry after this kind of spicy. But if you get the mighty hot sauce, it's a napkins are for foreheads now kind of spicy. This came from McDonald's kind of spicy. Because our Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of spicy. Unless you remember what I said about the sauce. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease.
Welcome back, America. It sure is good to see you.
Right now, you can double up with 2 for $22 in Dickey's Barbecue Pit. That's two meat plates, each with 2 sides and a buttery roll for only $22. For a limited time only, visit Dickies.com or use our app. Legit Texas Barbecue.
Tell us one thing you love about that meaty sandwich. Go. Well, okay.
The bun, the sausage, bacon, the lettuce.
That's like 4 things.
And the tomato, and the sauce. It's so good.
There you go. Schlotzky's. It's a mouthful.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra. Mine's the mashed potatoes. Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
It's all about the hush puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Cardinals are looking at a deficit here as we get set for the second half. Good evening, Tim Howard, along with Benny Rogers and the Cardinal Sports Network. Benny, your thoughts on that first half of play?
Well, if you could get a do-over, if I can just spit out the words, if you could get a do-over, the Cardinals like a do-over that last 5.5 minutes of the half, because it started getting away from them there at the 6:41 media time after the Cardinals were up 20-14, and now they find themselves in a 35-24 deficit.
Well, that's a big swing of events, big turn of events there. And they, like you said, they also had the added benefit of working so hard defensively and forcing 10 turnovers, but not a lot to show for it.
Not a lot to show for it. I think that sums up the first half, just to be honest with you, as we see Scott Schumacher walking by us here. Scott in his 11th year at Blinn College and 33rd year overall in coaching, has 616 wins coming into tonight's contest. But I thought the Cardinals played very hard defensively, but I thought they got tired there in that final 5.5 minutes of the first half, and then Blinn picked up the pace a little bit and attacked the goal on them.
Yeah, they made their run there. They had kind of got the Cards on the ropes a little bit, saw an opportunity and jumped on it, and put the accelerator down. And you look up, and it's an 11-point lead at the break.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of basketball left to be played.
Certainly.
But the Cardinals now have gotten themselves into position where at some point they've got to find a run.
Yeah, they're going to need that run, and you'd hope to see it early on in the first couple of minutes, get things rolling and kind of get the crowd in the game. The crowd's been very blasé. Not a lot to cheer about here with only 24 points in the first half. So we're a couple of minutes away from it. I'm anticipating a reaction here from the break and watching some of the body language here. I think the guys are ready to go. We'll see.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a lot of head hanging going into the halftime locker room, which is what you don't want to see. And I didn't see a lot of that. So I think they got in there, Mark Leslie reset the squad, said, okay, here's what we did. Here's what we did. We did well, what we didn't do so well. Let's find the right combination and turn this thing around. Because, I mean, Blinn didn't set the world on fire. They just had a good, strong finish to the first half.
And the Cardinals had good opportunities, just didn't get the shots to really fall. So it's not like they weren't getting an opportunity. They just were a little bit off. And so, you know, you correct a couple of things, you're right back in this thing. And should be a good second half as we get closer to that.
We appreciate you all joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network. This is our final full-fledged webcast of the Cardinal game until after the first of the year. Then we'll have most of the home games for the Cardinals and the Lady Cardinals once we get to about the January 11th point or January 15th point. But we'll have all those games. But you can watch the remaining schedule, home game schedule for this first half for Lady Cardinal basketball and Cardinal basketball on the Cardinal Sports Network, the college's YouTube page. We'll have a video of all those games. We just won't have the full announcing team, so some might say that the broadcast will be better because Tim and I won't be a part of it.
The A team comes out when they take us off. So it'll be a lot of fun, though, to watch this team and get them, you know, into rhythm as this is the first night or first game for Region 14 action. And boy, what a storied tradition that conference is.
No doubt, and we're about ready for the second half here on the Cardinal Sports Network from Leon's Pitcher Court at Cardinal Gym, and with the play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. Let's see if the Cardinals can get Micah Clark going. You talked about that in the first half. He's coming into the second half with 7 points and about halfway to his average. Also,
but it was a quiet 7 points.
It was very quiet. He got 5 right off the bat, and you thought this might be a big night for him. And then they made some adjustments defensively and were able to take him out of the game basically till late in that second half before he got back on the board.
But on the bright side, the Cardinals did have 7 players who scored in the first half.
That's a good point. So as we get set for this second half underway here, we'll see if they can keep that going, keep that rotation happening.
Cardinals with the same 5 starters that they started the game with.
So we'll bounce set for the inbound here, and we'll be underway at Leon Spencer Court here at Cardinal Gymnasium on the campus of Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. Glad to have you along here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Coming out with that tough man. See how the Bucks attack. They'll go inside. That's an easy bucket.
Too easy.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
That would be of concern if you were Mark Leslie for them to give us that easy of a bucket after you're coming off that finish to the first half that you had.
Yeah, you gotta make them earn that. That's way too easy. Nice entry level underneath, going up strong, draws the foul. I believe that's going to be on number 5, which is Damian Watson.
So the Cardinals immediately go to Micah Clark inside, let him attack. That's where he's most effective, and that's where he'll spend a lot of time at the free throw line typically as well.
Missed that one.
Can't bound him off the iron, though.
2 for 2 in the first half, if I recall. That's the first miss.
Yes, he did hit 2 in the first half.
Had a lane violation, but did not need it as Clark is able to go 1 of 2 at the strike. Cards are going to have to make that D work and turn it into points. They did a good job in the first half, forcing turnovers. So if they can keep that going and get some quick baskets.
Oh, goodness, what a great pass.
Yeah, great vision and awareness. Found the man rolling to the basket, and that's Sinkovic. Hits the bucket. His first 2 of the night. Adger for 3. Can't get it to fall.
Adger occasionally hits a 3-pointer, but that's not his strength of his game.
Shot on the way, won't go. Sinkovic missed underneath. And he'll be going to the stripe, looks like. Foul coming on the Cardinals. That'll be Najee Jones.
Well, Tim, I'm very concerned at this point to start this second half with the Cardinals defensively, how they're allowing Blinn to be so successful at getting to the goal.
Yeah, there's not really been an answer so far.
Well, then he shoots a free throw like I do, and there you are.
That was flat. So second from Alex on the way. He's got a chance to make it a 15-point ball game here. Doesn't do it. Adger pulls it down. Got to take advantage of that.
If you're the Cardinals, you don't want to panic at this point.
Shot won't go. Fight for the bound. Pull down by Sinkovic. What about three? Pulls it down now. Kick out for three.
Oh.
Out the basket. Number 22, Marco Foster.
Great inside-out game there for the Buccaneers.
Well, it's hard to defend. They all got sucked inside. And
17-point lead, Tim. This is getting concerning.
Cardinals trying to claw their way back into it. Entry level and no one at home. Moved out of the way as goes up and a foul coming on Adger. Kavion picking up the...
Someone has got to be the one to give the Cardinals a spark, Tim. They're missing a spark tonight. They just haven't had anything to excite the crowd, to get themselves excited. And the further and further you fall behind, the less and less likely that is going to happen.
Yeah, somebody's got to get in there and be that significant part to this lineup here. And
you need someone I'm sorry.
Maybe Jared Hall can be one of those factors here, or Dorsey. They're checking in.
The big guy out of the Villages, Florida.
See if he can make his presence known. Boy, they missed. Lane violation. Got a toe on the line. And so that'll be a break for the Cards there.
Definitely a break for the Cardinals. It looked like they'd given up a rebound off of a missed free throw to the shooter.
Oh, boy. 18-point deficit here. Trinity Valley got to get back in this thing here. Long three, and that'll go. Count the basket for Leslie. MJ, that was much needed.
First points of the contest, first three-pointer of the contest, obviously. Second for the Cardinals. Micah Clark hit one earlier. But maybe that's the spark they need.
Yeah, get some energy off of that. Baseline jumper won't go.
Oh, yes, it will, too.
But a roll, and it's good.
That's when you know it's going to be your night.
Yeah,
when Tim Howard says it won't go, and it does.
I waited until it went. I watched it go through. I said it wouldn't go originally, but did get the roll. Shot on the way for three. Not there. 0 for 2 on Andrew from three tonight.
I think Hugh is like 0 for 3 tonight from the three-pointer.
They've got to get something happening. The concerning thing is when they've gotten, even Leslie's three, it wasn't a lot of movement. They had just a kind of everybody standing around and go up a three, and it went. Got the rebound, though, so you're back in it here. The rebound, see if they can get something going here.
If you're the Cardinals, you have to realize, and it's hard to realize sometimes, you can't get it all back with one shot.
Yeah, it's so true, so true.
You've got to work on that defensive end and get MJ hot like MJ is now hot.
You'll take that. Great shot from MJ there. He's got back-to-back threes.
MJ can definitely shoot them back in it, but you've got to do something down here, though.
Yeah, it's all for naught if you're trading baskets. So see if they can keep that D working. Pass underneath. Sankovic. He was a non-factor in the first half, and he's now got 4 points.
All here in the second half.
Yeah,
it he's got more than that, though, doesn't he?
It seems like it. He went to the free throw line, missed 2, but he would have had 6 here in the early going. But he's...
MJ is feeling it now. You can see how he's up on his toes, moving around.
Forced it on the baseline.
We've seen some bricks tonight, too.
Oh, it's just been a rough...
Oh, goodness.
Wow, good pass.
Oh.
Well, he took that one.
A hard foul.
He's going up as Kavion's coming down.
That was not going to end well.
No.
For the shooter.
So he's going to the free throw line here. Gilliard will have a chance to sink 2. About to see Sawyer come into the ball game.
You touched on it earlier, Tim. The Cardinals not in a position where they can afford to exchange buckets.
Yeah, they've got to get this going. It's been one of them nights.
Yeah, they can't exchange 3s for 2s either. I mean, they've got to make runs now. You're 17 down, and you can't get it all back in the next minute or two, but you've got 15 minutes to get it done. You got to nip away at it.
See if they can get something sparked on this trip here as they trail by 18. Forcing it around the perimeter here. Pretty good battle going on up top. Pulls the string, won't go. Controlled by Gilliard.
Yeah, nice job by Gilliard. He's not that big. 6'3", I mean, that's no small person, but he's not one of the giants out there on the floor.
Hall almost knocked it away, but last touch by Jared. So the Cards will be back on D here. First 5 minutes effectively have gone away.
Oh, my goodness, they're shooting lights out now. That's not good news for the Cardinals.
Baseline jumper's good.
Marco Foster.
Foster's had a nice ball game for them tonight. He's now got 14
points.
Dorsey trying to find room.
They're hanging all over MJ.
Yeah, they are. They're not letting him get hot. They said, I know he's hot. We're going to keep him.
Well, what a pick. What a pick.
Elliott goes up with the coast to coast after the steal. Great hands by Elliott, huh?
My goodness, what hands.
What a play.
Reminded me of when Nick Van Exel played here for the Cardinals back in the late 80s.
Well, that was quickness.
He's still
tightrope walking.
He bounced off the official who was out of bounds.
And a timeout on the floor. Wow. Media timeout here with 14:11 to go, and it's been all Blinn here in the second quarter, or second half, start second half. So we'll step away, come back after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Cheetos Boneless Wings, exclusively at Applebee's.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Cardinals in the timeout talking about becoming effective here, down 22. They've got to just get some fires burning here, get some sparks.
They've got to find something. Got to find something. Even if you don't pull this thing out, finish with a run that gives you hope going into your next outings down Saturday, because that's going to be tougher too down in Lufkin against Angelina.
Yeah,
you got to find some positives. You got to build on it. I mean, there's a ton of time left to make up this deficit.
Sure. They've got the time. They just got to kind of walk before they can run, if you will. There's a long three. Not there.
I've been impressed with Blinn's quickness.
They are quick. Williams checked in the ballgame, shot that one, didn't get the result he was hoping for. Boy, you saw it there. Quickness, that burst around the...
You're calling a goaltending.
I think that will count. Indeed, got the goaltend and the foul.
There's a chance for an and one.
MJ whistled, so he'll...
Though it's not over, and it's not over. It's just not the start to conference play that you wanted to see if you're Mark Leslie and the Cardinal coaching staff. And I know they expected more. And again, I'll note that it's not over. I don't want to sound like a defeatist, but goodness gracious, this hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper for the Cardinals to extricate themselves from.
Yeah, it is definitely not the start that you had thought of. Entry level down low, going up strong. Can't get the shot to fall.
Big man is just struggling tonight.
Yeah, that is usually money already deposited in the bank, but just not there tonight. Step back three.
Oh my goodness, the kid's got a great
They're
shot.
On fire. Marco Foster out of Lancaster puts that one through.
Got a great shot. He's got that step back jumper that's just so efficient.
Yeah, there's no way to defend that. I mean, it was pretty good D there, and then the step back, you're you're out of position on it.
See the frustration starting to build a little bit on the Cardinals' faces out there now. Not the start that they wanted either in the second half. They were down at the half 35-24, and it's gotten no better since then.
Yeah, and a 23-7 run to start the second half.
Jeez.
Yikes.
I hadn't even done the math on that, Tim. Good job.
Without the calculator, I would have not ever made it. I thought he was about to get a 3 to fall. Just not happening. Franklin launched it.
And if you're Blinn, you got to stay aggressive. It's way too early to shut the thing down.
Indeed. So, well, ball almost got away there. Devin had left it for KJ. KJ hadn't actually picked it up yet. 12.5 to go in the ball game. Cards trying to get something going, just not there. Goodness.
Mark Leslie wants a timeout.
Yeah, with 12:29 to go. So we'll take a timeout with them here at Trinity Valley trailing Blinn. You're seeing it on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving for ribs, and right now they're all you can eat for just $19.99. Hand rubbed and slow smoked, but come see us soon, because all you can eat ribs for $19.99 is for a limited time. Legit Texas barbecue.
Cardinal Sports Network continuing on from Leon Spencer Court here on the campus of Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. Glad to have you along with us tonight. Benny, your thoughts right now?
Well, as I keep looking at my score sheet and I look at the 6:41 mark of the first half, the Cardinals are up 20-14. And I'm thinking this is going to go good tonight.
20-14.
Yeah, you do the math on that. Why don't you, bud?
I'm not going to be able to pull that one off.
It's 11 for us. I know that much.
11.
If I may
44-11 run. Did I do that right? I did.
Yeah, it's staggering. I feel staggered.
Wow. There's an offensive foul. That's going to do it right there. That'll turn it all around.
You got to have little things that got to add up because the big things aren't working.
Yeah, and you touched on it a minute ago. Let's talk about that. Just you may have dug too big a hole tonight, but like you said, get some positives going.
You got to have something positive happen to finish the game. Even if it's not a W, you got to have something positive happen to finish the game.
So there's a foul there with 12:13 to go.
Because it's a 19-game conference schedule.
Sure.
That's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, long way to go.
Long way to go. And one game does not cost you anything in this league. Because everybody's going to have a night like this.
That's exactly right. Devin going strong, can't get it to go, and a blocking foul called. So with 12:04 to go, it's like number 21, Devin Franklin, is going to the free throw line.
Devin's averaging 6.2 a game, and he's scoreless thus far on this one.
Love to see the assertiveness there. He got the ball, and he said, I'm going strong to the basket.
Got a little moppage going on out there on the floor. Is moppage a word?
It is now. It's officially the
I find myself making up more and more words here lately.
The word of it may not be the word of 2022, but I promise you by 2023 it'll be on the list. I can't remember. I just saw the new word Merriam-Webster had brought out for 2022. Gaslighting. Gaslighting. The big gaslighting word is the big word of 2022. There's a ball that is going to be Cardinal ball after they stepped on the baseline there. And I'm not trying to gaslight you, Benny. See if they can make something off of this here with just under 12 to go now. Catches, shoots, not there.
Well, the Cardinals have certainly tried to get themselves back into from three-point range.
Foster with a drive. Worked it around the front perimeter.
Blinn's kind of in a situation here for over the next 4 or 5 minutes are kind of critical for them. They can't fall into a funk here and give the Cardinals a chance to get back in it, and that's what did you
Well, Marco had a little something to say.
Yeah, and Lestrap, when that ball was put in the air, he just started walking and running to the other end because he saw that was going in.
Boy, that's nice. I think one of the things that, and we've already talked about it, but one of the things that had Blinn feeling pretty confident was when they had over 10 turnovers in the early going.
Yeah.
And didn't flinch. They were right there within shouting distance.
And it's just not falling tonight for the Cardinals.
11:15 to go here. Card's going to have to really work hard defensively now just to, battle, continue to fight. Pass off, and the basket is good. Sankovic gets the bucket. His 6th of the half. Franklin, baseline shot, rattles it home. Nice touch from the big fella.
Now with 3 points in the contest, half his average. If you're Blinn, you're just trying to work that clock under the 10-minute mark and then get it down to the 5-minute mark, Tim.
Yeah, they are. Boy, they find Sank underneath. Sankovic
turning the big guy loose.
He's really done well with the opportunities he's had. And I think that was one of the adjustments they made at intermission was, hey, let's clear it out. And if he's there, look for him.
Hey, Tim, when we got a minute, I want to send our condolences to the family of Marsha Crawford, former Cardinals basketball player, and he was inducted into the Cardinal Hall of Fame, I think, in 2010, or it might have been 2011. He died this past Sunday from his home in Chandler, a longtime Chandler resident. Played for Coach Spencer back in the early 70s, and you're going to miss Marshall. I enjoyed seeing him every year at the Hall of Fame ceremony. He was always there with that blazer on, ready to be escorted into the room.
Wow. We certainly echo those sentiments, Benny. Thank you for sharing that. Franklin 3 won't go. Crashing the boards come the Bucks. Pass off underneath. Sank can't get it to go. Rebound. Fought for it. Picked up loose ball. And it's Pruitt going up with the left. And a blocking foul. Bodies all over the floor here at Leon Spencer Court.
Good to see the Cardinals still on the attack, still being aggressive, not throwing in the towel.
That's right. There's nights when that shot doesn't fall, but the measurables, those are the heart, the effort, the energy. It's still coming, so that's a good sign. At the free throw line is KJ Pruitt.
Has 2 free throws thus far in the game, now 3.
Sophomore from Louisville, Texas. Picks up his 3rd point of the night, all at the free throw line. Four for 4. You're going to see the Cards going into a press here.
29-point lead at the 10-minute mark. Or deficit if you're a Cardinal, I guess I should say.
They're working. Johnson got a hand on it, but knocked it away. 9:57 remaining and a media timeout here on the floor. So we'll step away. Cardinal basketball continues after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
Our crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things. The spicy one can make you feel, what's the word? Tingly? Yeah, tingly. McDonald's Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
go here in the second half. Cardinals big deficit to overcome.
You know, Tim, we kind of tend to look at this from a Cardinal perspective, of course, but just think what this does for Blinn. If they were able to come on the road like this with such a decisive performance, and if they finish this thing off in the fashion it's going now, what it would mean to Scott Schumacher and his program going forward.
Oh, they got to feel pretty good. Foster's had a great game, and we've talked about Lestrade. There's some big fellas doing well down in the paint for them here in the second half. So,
yeah, Foster's got 22 points on the game. That's just an impressive outing on the road in the conference play in this region. Very impressive young man. Got one of the best step-back jumpers I've seen in a long, long time.
Well, if I'm Coach Schumacher, I'm changing his number to 45. He's matched his game jersey with 22. There's a stoppage underneath. Going to be on Devin Franklin. 21 for the Cards.
Cardinals have just not shot well at all tonight. They've certainly shot nowhere near their 54% of the shots that they've hit thus far on the season. We got another timeout on the floor.
So we'll
Tim, let's go ahead and mention it again. I think we'll probably keep it here during this 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
But the Lady Cardinals were a winner over number 6 Jones today, 87-71.
Big 16-point victory there. It's an impressive win on the road. Or was it a neutral site?
It's a neutral site in Monroe, Louisiana.
Okay.
But that's coming just 3 days after having defeated the number 2 Northwest Florida State team in the Glutkey-Cerna here 76-65 on Saturday. So a very impressive 3-4 days of work for the Lady Cardinals. Then Saturday, oh, by the way, they play number 25 Grayson here at home at 2 p.m. That game you can watch on the college's YouTube channel.
Yeah, or be here in person. Should be a lot of fun. So congratulations to them on the quick start for them.
10-0 on the season.
Love it. Here's a shot on the way.
Oh, my goodness.
He was basically sitting in the front row on that. Marco Foster.
I don't know who the leader for the MVP of the conference will be. I know who the clubhouse leader is.
Yikes. I'm telling you, I'm going to go ahead and make that a 55 jersey the more I think about it.
And Mark Leslie's not too happy with those that are on the floor because he's going to clear this bench.
Complete change of personnel here.
And granted, most of them are starters that he's putting back in.
Yeah, it's one of those nights that you I don't spend a ton of time looking at the film. You try to flush this as quickly as you can, forget it, and move forward. If you're a player, coach, you're glad you're turning around playing in 2 days.
Yeah,
you get that taste out of your mouth. I mean, learn from it and then move forward.
That's what you've got to do. And that's what I'm sure the Cardinals will do. It's like I said, it's a 19-game marathon.
6:41 in this contest. Cardinals were up 20-14. That seems like a forever ago.
It does. And I was sitting here thinking how well things were going.
Yeah. And 20-14, 6:41 to go.
Blinn found the accelerator, though, and they stopped turning the ball over like they had in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
They had like 10 turnovers in the first 10 minutes of the game.
That was, you just look back at that and you think, seems like 3 weeks ago. That was tonight. That was an hour ago, hour and 15 minutes ago. So 30-point ball game, 9:15 to go here in the second half. Cards working through a rotation, trying to see what they can get going right here down the stretch. Again, they will be playing again on Saturday. There's a foul there. No, out of bounds.
30-point Blinn lead with 9:01 left. Here from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym on this Wednesday night in Athens, Texas.
Yeah, you mentioned they're traveling to Lufkin, and you need to see more of that. That's the kind of thing you want as you're doing. Getting to the basket, good things happen, but, traveling down to Angelina, it's going to be a second game. You got to come out ready to go on the road.
There's no time to feel sorry for yourself if this one doesn't finish well for you.
Absolutely.
That's why you need to have something positive happen in the closing minutes.
There's a good hustle play from MJ, tapped away, picked up by Adger.
Cardinals still playing hard.
Good move inside. I got a piece of him there. So Najee will draw the foul.
Going to see some free throw shot here in this final 8-18, which is a good thing for the Cardinals.
Yeah, get the repetitions at the stripe. Marco Foster picking up the foul.
Jones will go to the free throw line with 1 point in the contest.
Kelvin Tamakaloe coming in for Blinn. First free throw is down and good. Maji.
Cardinals have had 8 players now score in the contest.
2 for 2. Got to continue to see that free throw percentage tick up, just shot by shot.
Well, it wasn't very good at the start.
No. Tomakali can't get the roll. It's cleared out by the Cardinals. MJ pulls up, right wing. Three-pointer's good for MJ Leslie.
MJ now with 3 3-pointers and 9 points in the game.
This starts, though, with that good, tenacious defense working, get the rebound, get a loose ball, quick basket. There's an offensive foul.
Scott Shoemaker's not happy with his squad at this point.
Taking a timeout here.
Going to take a full, I think.
Full timeout with 7:38 to go. We're going to take it with them. It's 67-44. We'll come back and finish it up after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Tell us one thing you love about that meaty sandwich. Go. Well, okay.
The bread, the sausage, the bacon, the lettuce.
That's like 4 things.
And the tomato, and the sauce. It's so good.
There you go. Schlotzky's. It's a mouthful.
Our crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things. The spicy one can make you feel, what's the word? Tingly? Yeah, tingly. McDonald's spicy, crispy chicken sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
Cardinal Sports Network in full stride here. Region 14 action. The Cardinals trailing to Blinn here. 7:38 to go in the contest.
Yeah, I just wonder if this is the last gas effort for the Cardinals, though, because they've had a couple of good finishes the last couple of times down. The MJ's heating up from 3-point range, but they're going to need to do a lot more scoring and a lot less dribbling, as they say.
Sorry, you can't get that one to go, so the defense is going to have to be called upon again.
And Blinn's cooled off here the last 3 or 4 minutes of this contest. It's kind of that funk I was talking about. They had to worry about falling in.
Yeah.
Because if they did, it's going to give the Cardinals a little bit of a lift, and we're kind of seeing that a little bit. So let's just see how this finishes out.
Well, I started to say to you, remember in the start of the second half, it seemed like they hit 4, 5, 6 shots in a row, just money, net, nothing but net. And they never, had anything that shooting percentage never cooled off.
No.
Finally it did, but well after this one was well in hand for Blinn. Good block inside, got a piece of it. Now a foul down low.
Going to send the big man to the free throw line.
Didn't go well for him his first time.
If a 23-point deficit is 6:55, you're going to have to go on just a serious run here at some point. Of course, Blinn can afford to ugly the game up if they want to and just...
Well, maybe they're going a 53-24 run.
We've seen one of those already.
I didn't want to mention it, but so 6:55 to go. Sankovic at the free throw line.
And the 24 part of that got better here in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
I was going to say, it looked a lot better. That's one area that Sankovic is wanting.
But I'm getting excited. Blinn's only scored 1 point in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
And that says a lot about the tenaciousness. See, you got to keep battling, keep working. And it talks about the heart. You may not get the results you wanted in tonight's game, but you can still fight all the way. Blocked at the net. Nice take by Watson. Pulls up for 3. Answers it on the other end. It's Elijah Elliott.
That one hurts.
That did. That's a 5-point swing if you consider going to the basket versus a 3-pointer from the wing. Foster got a piece of that one.
If you're going to foul him good.
Najee got his money's worth on that one, I believe.
He did.
So with 6:04 left here, it's 2 free throws coming for Alex Sinkovich, sophomore from Minsk, Belarus, out of Spring Creek Academy.
Had 9 points in the game.
Yeah, he's played well the second half for sure, especially. Gets that to go.
Well, let's see how the Cardinals finish, though. I mean, they got 44 points to the 6:04 mark. You want something, you want some explosiveness to happen. You want to score some here down the stretch.
Yeah.
Even though the final score is probably out of your reach right now.
We're talking about building on where you're at. So making a mental note, just inside 6 to go.
You're going to try to free MJ up for a three-pointer, obviously.
Najee for 3, missed it.
Badly.
Not the shot he was wanting. Well, it's the shot he was wanting, not the result he was wanting, I guess. I'm trying to say. Pretty good look at that one. 5.5 to go here. Well, it's been a long time since we've seen one of these. Nice job there from Najee. Got a piece of it. Going up strong, and foul is called. Micah Clark's going to the free throw line. Marco Foster called for the foul. Got him on the elbow going up.
Micah with just 1 point in the second half, 7 on the 8 in the game, averaging 14.9. Missed the free throw. Kind of sums up the night for the Cardinals.
It's been a long evening for the Cards. See if Micah can come through here at the strike. Missed them both. 5:15 left in this one. See if they can get some offense off some defense. Blinn's done a good job to correct those turnovers. They've really improved that. There's a drive to the basket, won't go. Sinkovich with a putback, not there. Adger pulls it down. Here come the Cardinals. Kevion going up, left it short.
Looks like my putting.
4.5 left in this one.
Yeah, Scott Schumacher and his squad is going to feel real good about this one tonight, driving back down to Brenham.
The drive's a lot shorter when you have a night like this.
No doubt.
Foul underneath. It's going to be on MJ Leslie.
Got the under 5 media timeout.
So we will step away. Cardinals trailing big in this one. 4:21 to go. You're hearing it and seeing it on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Right now, you can double up with 2 for $22 in Dickey's Barbecue Pit. That's 2 meat plates, each with 2 sides and a buttery roll for only $22. For a limited time only, visit Dickies.com or use our app. Legit Texas Barbecue.
And Trinity Valley will be on the road in Lufkin coming up on Saturday, taking on Angelina. They'll want to wash the taste of this one out of their mouth and get ready for Region 14.
Well, you have to in Region 14, because if you let one win, if you let one loss linger, it can become a second loss and a third loss. Next thing you know, you've got a bad season on your hand. And I'm not suggesting that's going to happen to the Cardinals, but I'm just saying that's what they've got to avoid against.
Sure. Put a little extra pressure on themselves now, because you want to completely handle home field, right?
There's always kind of been an unwritten rule, and not just in Region 14, but in Region 14. You win at home and get what you can on the road. And when you give up one at home, then you got to find one on the road that you probably shouldn't get. So You can start digging yourself a little bit of a hole.
That'll help things here. MJ with a nice three-pointer. And, again, we've been talking about maybe not tonight, but in the confidence factor. And basketball's a game of confidence. You get that shot going, you'll feel it, and you'll see results. So
that's 4 3-pointers for MJ, and he came in with just 25. I say just 25. That's 25 more than I've got. But
inside 4 to go here in this one. Alley-oop, and there's a little bit of showtime action there for
There's an exclamation point right there.
Yeah, it's been one of those kind of nights where they've kind of controlled everything except the first 10 minutes of this ballgame.
Yeah, if I'm Scott Schumacher, I feel pretty good about what I've seen out of my squad tonight.
Oh, he's got to feel good about that. Gets the baseball pass, the length of the floor. The finish. Good drive. Can't get the shot to fall, though. Stolen away. Cardinals.
What they call garbage time.
Yep, trying to get those numbers up a little bit. 76-49.
Cardinals have got MJ leads the Cardinals in scoring with 12 all on three-pointers.
He's hit 4 3-pointers tonight, leading scorer.
You did that math pretty quickly.
Well, you know, I am a pretty wise guy. I've been working with you all these years. Starting to rub off on me, Benny.
What can I say, folks? It's a 40-point game.
What can I say? I think I just pulled my hamstring sitting here. 2.5 left. 7. MJ thought he was going to take it inside. Just going to be a little patient here. Pretty good look, man. There you go. Good drive. Gets to the basket. So
next time we'll see you folks will be after the first of the year. So Tim and I, on behalf of the Cardinal Sports Network crew, would like to wish you all a happy holiday season that's coming up. Ask you to be safe in your travels, enjoy your time with your family, and remember what the reason for the season, and to enjoy life, folks. It's just too short sometimes.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Absolutely want to echo those thoughts. And with 2:07 to go here, going to have another. Well, I believe Damian Watson's found out the ballgame, so his night's over. But at the stripe now, it's going to be KJ Pruitt, out of Louisville, Texas.
KJ's had 6 points in the contest, 4 on three free throws. I'll get it out in a minute, folks. It's been a long day at the Valley.
A longer night.
He's beat me to it, Tim.
No, man. But, you know, we've touched on it.
It happens.
It does.
It happens. It
not
happens.
The first time won't be the last.
Nope.
And it happens at any campus. We've seen our share. And back when I was doing radio, I got to travel on some of those road games and see some of those steals, if you will.
Yeah.
Where you'd go on the road and take one away from somebody, and that's a lot of. So that happens. Pulls up, makes some string music.
He sure does.
Goodness, Elijah Elliott. Adger, I started to say he's going to have a 3-point play here, but
as our buddy Tim, the Chip Sousa used to write, and he tickled a twine on that one, baby.
Some twine tickling going on all night long. They've had a complete game from just about everybody on their team. You know, there's several guys. We've talked about Foster, Lestrap, you know, the big fella, Sinkovich, but all the way through, I mean, top to bottom, they've had a pretty solid night.
Adger now with 8 for the Cardinals. So Michael Clark with 8 for the Cardinals. They follow the 12 points being setting the pace by MJ Leslie, and the MJs are all from 3-point range. Adger now with 9.
Going to try and run a little clock here. Still 20 on the shot clock. Shot is going to be count the basket and the foul on number 5, Colin Wright.
Well, if I'm Scott Schumacher, I'm not going to tell him what to do with this team, but I would sure treat him to some Bluebell when I got him back to Brenham.
They can't find any of that around there, can they? Who am I kidding? I'll tell you, my favorite place to do a game is in Brenham in the press box.
Yeah, I know that's right.
They take care of you up there. Freezer full of
You're right across the street from the factory. The plant.
Oh, try to get Kevion up there, but misfire there. So with 58 seconds left here, it's still way out of the
It's still out of reach.
That won't go. Hall with the rebound.
Look up and see where Elliott's got 24 points.
Step back 3 from MJ. Won't go. Pull down.
They can dribble it out now if they choose.
I say that looks like what we'll see here. Final 12 seconds here, and then the final being dribbled out. Benny, you know, you think about it, the final thoughts here, 83-51.
Disappointing night for the Cardinals, needless to say, when you think that they were up 20-14 with 6:41 left in the first half, but it just didn't go their way. Some nights it don't go your way, Tim. All you can do is just admit to that and move on about your business.
Yeah, build from here. So Cardinals, plenty more to talk about coming up. Again, we hope you have a great, safe holiday. We'll look forward to seeing you in January, and more on the Cardinal Sports Network coming up.
Thanks for being with us, folks, and we will see you after the first of the year on the Cardinal Sports Network.
This has been a special presentation of the Cardinal Sports Network.